ashver.com.
Hello and welcome to ashver.com. You are watching an interesting video on whole grains, the types, identification, benefits, and everything else you should know.
Please read the disclaimer carefully.
Whole grains are grains that contain all of the naturally occurring parts and essential nutrients of the entire grain seed in their original proportions. To be qualified as a whole grain, it must have 100% of the original kernel. Refer to the picture of the grain anatomy. As you can see, there are three components that are present in all grains: bran, endosperm and germ. Whole grains contain all of the bran, endosperm and germ. Refined grains, on the other hand, do not contain 100% of the original grain and therefore do not contain as many nutrients and health benefits. Whole grains come in different shapes, sizes and colors. Just like how there are many types of vegetables, carrots, broccoli, cucumber, etc., there are many types of whole grains such as, but not limited to, oats, barley, corn, millet, amaranth, buckwheat, quinoa, teff, kamut, jobs tears, rice, rye, triticale, etc. All these are only whole grains if they are consumed with all of the nutrient-packed parts: bran, endosperm and germ. Legumes, kidney beans, mung beans, soy, lentils, etc., and oilseeds are not accepted as whole grains by the WGC, the AC International, or the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, FDA, but are still healthy choices. Why exactly might you want to eat whole grain cereal instead of the normal types? Why should you use whole flour in your favorite recipes instead of refined flour? Many repeated studies have revealed the following. Risk of stroke reduced by 30 to 36%. Risk of type 2 diabetes reduced by 21 to 30%. Risk of heart disease reduced by 25 to 28%. Better weight maintenance. Other benefits indicated by recent studies include reduced risk of asthma, healthier carotid arteries, risk of inflammatory disease, reduced lower risk of colorectal cancer, healthier blood pressure levels, less gum disease and tooth loss. The nutrition fact shows the nutrition of the average whole grain cereal. Refined grain cereals often have less dietary fiber and protein and more added sugar, saturated fat, cholesterol, and sodium. Whole grains are healthy foods to include in your meal, but how exactly can you tell what is refined grain and what is whole grain? Thankfully, the Whole Grains Council have created a special whole grain stamp to help buyers identify which products are whole grains. If you see a stamp that looks like the ones in the picture, it is definitely whole grain. There are two types of stamp, the basic stamp and the 100% stamp. The 100% stamp indicates that all the product's grain ingredients are whole grains. The basic stamp shows that the product uses a mixture of refined grains and whole grains. The proportion varies amongst product. If the product doesn't have the stamp, the product is either the following: it is made from refined grains. It is made from whole grains, but the Whole Grains Council have yet to professionally evaluate the product and put a stamp on it. In the second scenario, you can determine whether it is whole grain or not by finding clues on the packaging. The table below shows words that can give helpful clues. The most recent dietary guidelines for Americans recommend that half of the grains you eat should be whole grains. For adults, that is 3-5 servings. For children, that is 2-3 servings, possibly more. It is advised that you eat 3 ounces/85 grams worth of whole grain foods such as muffins, pastas, breads, cereal, etc. Shockingly, more than 40% of Americans never eat whole grains at all, and most Americans eat less than 1 serving in spite of all the wonderful nutrients found in whole grains. What do you do now? Of course, you eat. To get you started, here are a few ways you can start getting the nutrients by including whole grains in your diet. Eat brown or colored rice instead of the white varieties. Include some whole flour in your favorite recipes. Try whole grain cereal instead of refined grain cereal. Cheerios, cashew and shredded wheats are great cereals to try. Enjoy whole grain bread as a healthy alternative to white bread. Buy pancake or muffin mixes for a yummy treat. Getting bored of rice? Try quinoa, barley or other whole grains instead. Include some cooked grains such as wild rice, rye berries, etc. into your soup for extra healthy nutrients. Make your own whole grain pilaf or risotto from recipes on the internet. Grab some whole wheat tortillas or taco shells from the supermarket. Barley and Job's tears are perfect in soy milk. Serve some cooked quinoa as a tasty side dish. Have some whole grain popcorn when. Thank you for watching this interesting and informative video. This channel offers motivational, inspirational, valuable and informative videos to soothe, cleanse and inspire your health, mind, body and spirit. You can find a lot of interesting videos on wide range of topics here. Stay tuned and keep watching.